Well, it's probably about time we did an Evo on the channel, and not just any Evo, the Evo 9. The Evo 9 GT in particular. The GT, by a lot of people, was set to be the pinnacle of Evo. It was the combination of every previous Evo, every race-based Evo, put together with a bit more refinement to give you this. So from that, get 276 horsepower from a 4-pot turbocharged engine out the box, which is pretty good. Obviously this is one of ours, it's a bit different. It's got 385 horsepower, which would be more than enough in this chassis, I'm sure. And being a GT, you get the RS rear diff, which is limited slip diff, and you get the RS steering rack, which is shorter, quicker, rally stuff. And while we're on rally stuff, that's what made Evos great. I'm gonna get slated for saying this, but the Evo is what took down the mighty Impreza. The Impreza was winning everything. Then the Evo came along with a bit more technology, some electrics, and all those bits. And then Tommy Mäkinen pedalled it to 4 championships. That's big for a rally car, really big. And yeah, I think he had a lot of rally wins. Is it like 21 or something? Might be more, don't quote me. But yeah, so the GT, other than the different steering rack, different rear diff, you get a better interior as well. So you get Alcantara Recaros instead of the normal material, which I'm not so much of a fan of. Alcantara is just way better. And these actually weigh 30 kilograms less than a normal Evo 9. As to where they've lost that weight, I'm not sure. It's probably the rear diff, because you haven't got as much plumbing for the AYC and all that stuff. Where else could they have lost the weight? Maybe thinner glass, that's something else they like to do on Japanese imports. Should we talk about the colour? Ruri blue. This is one of the best colours on Evos, apart from red and white. Again, that's my opinion. Red being, it's Tommy Mäkinen colours, white being, that's race-based colour. And yeah, I think these are awesome. I love an Evo. To me, they kind of strike a bit of a chord, because if you've watched any of these previously, I love rallying, amazing. And they're kind of like the 4-wheel drive version of a Honda. Again, that's my opinion, but after working on lots of these, they are put together very much the same. So yeah, a Japanese car. Let's talk about the drivetrain. So in one of these, you get 4G63, which is probably the best engine to come from Mitsubishi. The Evo 9 has the variable valve timing, mivec. It's kind of Mitsubishi's version of VTEC. Obviously it's not as aggressive, but obviously you get variable timing, so you can run better boost, better ignition, all that good stuff, and makes it a lot more driver friendly. Yeah, so these are normally 276 horsepower out the box. This one is 385 horsepower. So to get that, you don't really have to do much. It's got a slightly bigger turbo, Owen's developments one, got a tubular manifold to help with flow, bigger exhaust. Over here you can see a HKS. Yeah, I think that's a HKS, the dump valve. Yeah, it's HKS front mount by the looks of it. It's always hard to tell on imports. You don't get much history, but yeah, looks like a full HKS front mount, bigger setup. And yeah, these are, so because it's a GT, you get a 5-speed manual gearbox. The 5 speeds are way stronger. That's probably another place that they've saved a bit of weight, because all the normal Evo 9s are 6-speed. And yeah, that with the Bilstein struts, suspension dampers that these come with, the quick rack, and the limited slip diff, rear diff. These are just like proper driver's cars. B roads, no match. And on track as well, if you've got a little bit more power, i.e. around 400, there's not much that will touch these. Mega bit of kit. That's enough talking about this Evo 9 GT. All that's left to do now is go for a bit of a drivage, but first I need to disarm the alarm. So welcome everybody, we are inside the Evo 9 GT right now. So yeah, what's it like to drive? Initial, very good. Seating position, now I've got it where I want it, very good. Steering wheel, as I always say, all of my length and height is in my legs, so I feel very far away from the steering wheel. If it had a bit of telescopic adjustment, that would be great. Again, a smaller steering wheel, something like that, even better, because I do find Japanese cars as standard do have a very big steering wheel and I'm constantly hitting my knees on them. Throttle feel, spot on. I mean, you'd expect that because it is cable, so whatever your foot's doing, that throttle body should be doing up front as well. Brakes. So brakes wise, these have Brembos as standard, so you get twin pots at the back, 4 pots at the front. Really good out the box. Even better if you get a nice pad and disc combo. Even better again if you put some Racy Boy brake fluid in. And to go the full hog, put some braided lines on, you get way better pedal feel, and they're just a lot better. Pedal feels a lot stronger, you don't obviously get any give in the sidewalls of the brake pipes. So yeah, that's all very good things to do. Clutch, I'm not sure if this has got a heavier one in it. Obviously it's got 385 horsepower as opposed to 276, so that is 109 horsepower more than standard. So it might have a stronger clutch. It does feel a bit heavier than standard, but obviously an Evo 9 GT is quite rare, so I can't compare it because it's been a while since I've driven one of these. But yeah, everything else, brilliant. The steering feel is really good. These have a hydraulic steering rack setup, and again, because it's a GT car, you get the RS rack, so that's a lot quicker. Get lots of feedback from the front wheels as well. Oh, good noises. Yeah, and because this is a GT, you get the 5-speed gearbox. First, second, third, fourth are quite short gears. Because this is basically a sprint car, that's what these are designed for. And fifth gear is a lot longer, so when you're doing your motorway driving or longer driving like that, you can actually save a bit of fuel. So that is a lot better, and it stops the engine working so hard. Throttle cable needs adjusting, so I can't rev match as well. But yeah, pedal setup's really good as well. I can heel toe really easily. Yeah, out of the box, these are just really, really good. I really like Evos. I love Evos actually. They're like awesome, and like around the same as like other stuff we've driven. I think around in a 4-wheel drive car, like the 350, 400 horsepower mark is like just spot on for road driving. Any more than that, and you generally can't use it to its full potential unless take a little trip to Mexico. So yes, I'm gonna have to slow down and I'm going to have to give it a little squirt, Scott, because it does sound very good. I want to see what boost comes in at. So that's 2000 RPM third gear. So it came in at about 2750, 2.8. It's really good, very responsive. And it's boosting all the way up to 6.5, 7. I don't want to push it further than that. Obviously, it's not my car, and yeah, we do obviously like to look after things. But yeah, it's just absolute cracking car. Like it's obvious how they've got such a following. They are just awesome. So down here, Scott, is the intercooler spray system, and I remember on some Evos, you can program the maps on that switch. So I've just put it in auto, so that's automatically spraying the intercooler. And that's definitely more boost. That's going way better. So yeah, there's 385 horsepower. Beforehand I was like, that's about 300. My ass dyno was telling me it was roughly 300 horsepower, but now we're up near 400, definitely. So yeah, you can get switchable maps on the intercooler spraying system. You're welcome, everybody. to the Evo 9 GT, everybody. The scores, the moment you've all been waiting for, the reason you've been watching this video is the scores. So, appearance, 8 out of 10. It's quite high, but it could be higher, because out of 10. The only thing that sways me a bit on that is I prefer 6.5, a Mackinnon. Way more aggressive, a lot more angular, and the styling on those I think's optimum Evo for me, in my opinion. Don't hate too much. Usability, I will explain this, 7 out of 10. Why is it 7 out of 10? We'll explain it in later scores, but the value of these, an Evo 9, a GT, an RS, GT in particular, has skyrocketed recently. It's become a dry weather car. Because it's Japanese, yes, they dissolve, you don't want to get out in the salt, you don't want to get it wet. And that really knocks the value for me, because these are, it's a rally car. You're supposed to use it in all weather conditions, but if that's going to eat your car and break your car, you can't experience it in those conditions, because you just need to keep it for weekends and nice weather, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, hopefully that explains that. Driving experience, 8 out of 10. Again, that's high, but it could be higher, and that's because I prefer 6.5. Again, only because they feel a lot more lighter, they're a lot more driver focused, more raw, whereas this is obviously a lot more refined, it's a lot more comfortable. Again, with all Japanese cars of this era. Value, 8 out of 10. A GT is around 37, the £40,000 mark now. A Ruri blue one, you're looking 45 upwards. Is it worth more because of the colour? I know it's more, I know it's rarer, but is it worth more? I mean, I like a white one, I like a red one. Red one's more in keeping with Tommy Mackinnon, isn't it? But a Ruri blue one's obviously very rare and drives the value up, but does it make the car worth more? Well, yeah, it's more rare, isn't it? So overall, the Evo 9 GT, it's about 7.9, but we'll say 8. We'll say 8 because we don't want people getting upset with the scores. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Superb driving car, looks incredible. Is this the last proper rally car to come out of Japan? Well, you could argue that because the GR Yaris is here now, but yeah, of this era, definitely. Looks wise, incredible, very good. Colour, I do like Ruri blue, I think it looks awesome. Really shows off the curves and contours of the car. And yeah, driving experience. With a little bit more power like this one, 385, absolute sweet spot. We know I like saying that word. So yeah, let us know in the comments below, what's your favourite Evo? Let us know. Obviously mine's a Mackinnon, I keep saying it. Yeah, let us know what you want to see. Is there any cars that you've seen that Dream Cars have got that you want us to do a review on? Yeah, just let us know. Like and subscribe, tell your mates, watch it with your mum. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.